couple of Dragoons to defend this. So Bisu's not going to be able to bring his reinforcements around. And that expansion, he's going to lose a lot of the probes there. He had a lot of probes there. He's going to lose about 10 probes, I think, potentially there. But now Bisu's rushing through the middle. Looks like he's going for a main attack at Iris's Expo, just north of the 6 o'clock position. That command center is not very well defended. But Iris does have a massive siege tanks on the low ground. They are, however, on the low ground. EMP goes off. Stasis goes off. Science vessels get stasis. Another stasis. No. Bisu is going to lose that shuttle that he was going to try and drop on top of the siege tanks. But those 3 science vessels are stasis. Bisu, however, trying to get at those siege tanks, but he's not able to get there because those buildings are well positioned by Iris to obstruct him. Now another stasis goes off. Stasis about 4 of Bisu's Iris' siege tanks, but Iris still has a decent number of siege tanks. I'm not sure if Bisu has enough Dragoons to clear this out, as well as Zealots. Bisu does have some Dragoons in play, but I'm not sure if he has enough to really clear this out. And Bisu losing those Dragoons. Bisu loses the Dragoons. Meanwhile, Iris is taking down an expansion at the 10 o'clock position. That's horrible for Bisu, who's going to lose that expansion at the 10 o'clock position. Iris is taking firm control in this game, and Iris' defense holds. Now Bisu is going to come and clear that expansion out, of vultures. However, he's lost all the probes there and taken significant damage to his economy. Iris' economy is entirely intact. Bisu did no damage there. I think he might have forced a lift on that command center, but that's not going to bother Iris too much. So Iris in a really strong position. I really feel Bisu has shot himself in the foot, and that clearly is a Bisu fan not liking the way things are going in this game right now at all, guys. And I'm sure there are Bisu fans out there amongst you who are not happy about what's going on in this game right now. Iris, meanwhile, has replenished his army, and he's put a bunch of spider mines down in front of that command center that Bisu was trying to focus down just north of that 6 o'clock base in the middle of the map. Bisu does have he does have still his 5 expansions, but Iris also with 5 expansions now, and that's not where you want to be as a Protoss player. Bisu has taken a lot of hits to his economy. He's lost a lot of probes, whereas Iris has lost, I think, no STVs thus far, and Bisu has been breaking his armies against Iris' defense, and that's not where you want to be as a Protoss player. You want the Terran army to be on the move, because that's when it's most vulnerable. You want to be catching them on the flank. Looks like Bisu might be going for another recall here, bringing in the Arbiter. That Arbiter is going to take a couple of hits from the charge, but Bisu managed to get a couple of Dragoons down, and Bisu's expansion at Iris' expansion at the 5 o'clock base, but there are only about 6 Dragoons there. There are some spider mines, however. Bisu should be able to clear them down. He's got an observer in place as well with those Dragoons, so he's going to be able to put a little bit of pressure on Iris now, bringing vultures back to take those Dragoons. Those vultures are focusing on those Dragoons. He's got a couple of siege tanks coming as well to support them, as well as Goliath. When the Dragoons get taken down, there's still about 5 Dragoons left, but Iris should be able to clear this out. Another Dragoon goes down to spider mines, so Iris is going to be able to hold his defense, and I feel that Bisu needs to sacrifice those 6 Dragoons there, 6 Dragoons to kill a couple of spider mines and a turret. That is not cost-effective play by Bisu at all, and he just looks like he's stuck for answers right now against Iris. He just doesn't know what to do to try and take control of this game, and I really feel that Bisu decided that he needed 2 Hail Mary passes in this game. First with the 14 Nexus. The 14 Nexus in of itself is a risky build. Now Iris coming in with more vultures at Bisu's expansion at the 10 o'clock position. Bisu's only got 2 photon cannons down, and the question is whether or not Bisu's going to be able to bring his reinforcements in. There are Zealots streaming in, but there are a lot of spider mines in the way. Bisu should be able to get in there and focus those take those vultures down. Those vultures, even though Iris is going to lose those vultures are incredibly cheap to produce, and so Iris isn't going to really lose a lot in that, but he's keeping Bisu busy while his own economy and macro is kicking in. Bisu has got an Arbiter just positioned over Iris' spider mines just north of that base at the, I guess, I guess just the south center of the map. Now Bisu coming in with a large attack force again. He's managed to replace the attack force. He's streaming through those temples, and he really needs to do something here. Bisu coming in. He's got a couple of, he's taking shellings, however. A couple of Arbiters. EMP goes off. I'm not sure the Arbiters are going to have energy to do anything. Bisu once again trying to get those Dragoons in range of the siege tanks. He's losing so many forces before he even gets in range. He does manage to get a stasis on a couple of this Bisu Iris' siege tanks. One of the siege tanks goes out. Another brilliant stasis catching about, I think, 4 vultures and a couple of siege tanks in the process. Now Zealots streaming in, focusing, but Iris has got a massive force. Iris has got a massive force in reserve, and Bisu's not going to be able to take this, I feel. Bisu coming in with the Zealots, trying to focus those siege tanks down, trying to get within range of those siege tanks, but I don't think he has enough to actually take Iris' force down. Those Dragoons just haven't gotten in range, and Iris is probably going to be able to save those stasis units as well. However, Bisu is focused on that command center. That command center might go down. Iris desperately trying to repair. Meanwhile, Zealots with the siege tanks as well. Iris is repairing that command center with multiple SCVs. Now he's launching the siege tank, bringing in, trying to take those Dragoons. It's going to be really close, but those Dragoons are going to be able to take that command center down. The command center goes down. Iris takes the command center down just at the last second as Bisu's forces were swooping in for the kill. The command center gets taken down, and a small victory for Bisu. And Bisu, oh my god, as he retreats, he loses the remaining. He had 5 Dragoons, 5 hero Dragoons who had sacrificed their friends in that battle to take that command center down, and 2 are going to run back, and I don't think it's a tale of victory that they're going to be telling their Protoss fellows, because really Bisu losing his entire army there, and now Iris countering right through the middle of the map. He's just sending that sword up right through the middle, and I'm not sure if Bisu's shield doesn't have some holes in it. Bisu with only about 4 Dragoons at that expo just south of his main, and Iris continuing to use those EMPs to maximal effect. Bisu with Dragoons and Zealots, he's got a couple of High Templars in the mix as well, but he really doesn't want to be here. He really doesn't want to be losing this expo, but Iris is going to take that expo down. I don't see how Bisu's going to be able to take that down. Bisu looks like he's going to go for a counter instead because he can't face Iris head on. He's going to try and force Iris's units back by putting pressure on him, circling around. Iris, however, bringing units back to cut Bisu off from getting onto that ramp. He's got a couple of siege tanks in position. Bisu now coming up with the Dragoons. He's got a couple of Zealots up the ramp. More Zealots trying to close in. He's got an Arbiter there as well. Great stasis can take about 3 of the siege tanks. That's going to give Bisu a little bit of a chance in this fight. Iris putting more Spider-Mines down. He's brought some Vultures around as well. Dragoons coming up on the ramp, trying to focus those science vessels down. Stormed by Bisu, but not catching anything in the process. Vultures, however, meanwhile, Bisu trying to attack that command center that he had taken out, that Iris trying to rebuild. The Arbiter goes down. Bisu with Dragoons in the mix as well. Bisu's got a decent number of forces there, but his forces are going to be surrounded from both ends. Iris, meanwhile, still has 3 siege tanks attacking that expansion. After having taken that expansion down just south of Bisu's main, he's not attacking the expansion at the 10 o'clock position. Bisu, however, has managed to take one of the science forces down. The science forces coming under fire. However, he's lost most of his forces, siege tanks and Vultures and Goliaths in the play, taking down Bisu's army. And you can look at the minimap. Iris is dominating the map. You can look at the minimap, guys. There's that sword of Iris. The teal sword is still there. Bisu now once again bringing forces in to try and retake that territory at that expansion that Iris had killed. But Iris with Spider-Mines in play, and Bisu trying to clear them down. There's only the one siege tank in there. Iris, however, is moving those forces back into intercept. He's got too many forces, too many siege tanks straggled all over the map. Coming in with a shuttle as well, trying to drop Zealots on top of those siege tanks, but those Zealots just aren't going to be enough by themselves. And Iris is going to be able to clear them out with Goliaths and Vultures, and now going to take that shuttle down as well with the Goliaths. And Bisu is definitely going to lose this game. He's managed to stasis those 3 siege tanks on top of that ramp, shelling that expansion at the 10 o'clock position. However, that's only going to slow his death by a minuscule of a minute, if that much. And again, EMP, Iris has been brilliant with those EMPs, even though Bisu, it has to be said, Bisu once again forcing that lift from the command center. He might be able to take that command center down again. Well, this might be a consolation goal for Bisu if he managed to take that command center. The command center does go down at that, I guess, 5 o'clock position. Another EMP, and Iris has just been absolutely lethal with those EMPs. Bisu with the last few of his forces as his front door gets knocked upon, and that's it. That's going to be it. That's going to be GG. Iris is going to take this epic matchup, and you've got to feel that as well as Iris has played, and a lot of credit to Iris for keeping the pressure up, for reacting well, for doing everything right, for scouting, for spotting that Arbiter Tribunal, for EMPing like crazy. You've got to say that Bisu has not necessarily given this game to Iris, but given Iris more of a chance, more of an opportunity, a fair chance at winning the game, as opposed to just keeping his advantage. And I feel that he did go for one Hail Mary too many. The 14 Nexus was a Hail Mary, and then the Arbiter Rush, the Tech Rush, was another Hail Mary, because what you're relying on when you go for those kind of strategies is you're relying on your opponent to not scout. You're relying on your opponent to not have a sort of build that would put pressure on your 14 Nexus early on, and you're relying on your opponent to not scout it early on, and therefore give yourself an economic advantage. But once Bisu had done that, he went for another Hail Mary, where he went for the Tech Rush and relied on Iris to not scout that. And unfortunately for Bisu, Iris did manage to get the information 1 out of the 2 times, and that was enough, unfortunately, to be Bisu's undoing, because Iris straight away put that command center down at the 5 o'clock position, managed to cut out in his economy. And I don't know what Bisu was thinking there, why he chose to go for that strategy, but I really feel that I wouldn't say he threw the game away, because Iris certainly had to play at top level to take that game, but Bisu certainly made it easier for Iris than it should have been, guys. GG, this is Klazart, thanks for listening. An epic game of StarCraft between these 2 pros.
자원줄까지 이상이 없었기 때문에 내가 다수의 양으로 상대방의 업그레이드를 넘어설 수 있다라는 자신감에 한번 과감하게 붙었던 것이 아주 대패를 만들어내면서 배영태 선수에게 역전을 허용하고 말았습니다.